With the Ahsoka series ending and Thrawn making his return to the main galaxy again, I want to kind of talk about the future of the Mandalorian verse, because there's only like a couple shows left for the big movie. If you don't know, there's going to be a movie. It's unclear if this movie is going to be theatrical or on Disney Plus only, where it's going to be like an Avengers style movie where all the shows, all the characters from the show come together to stop Thrawn. And it's unclear if the Thrawn movie is going to be a trilogy, but I'll get to that later. I want to talk about the what's left that we know about, because they can announce stuff that we don't know yet, but, you know, there's only like 3 things that we know that's left in the Mandalorian verse, and I'm going to explain them. So first up, we got Skeleton Crew. Now I'm saying this first, because that's when I believe will come out first, because even though there's no trailers out for it when I'm recording this, because you never know if they're going to release a trailer when I upload this, but they could, but we don't know if there's going to be a trailer yet. We don't know when it's going to be released, but we do know that they did film it, they wrapped filming. Now, I did try to find information on what, like, the specific details of the show are about, excluding the obvious stuff that's about, you know, a group of kids, lost kids, and there's this Jedi, former Jedi from, you know, the prequel trilogy, from that time period, kind of mentoring them. And so, but what I remember hearing about is that this show is going to be like on Dathomir. It's going to, you know, go on the planet Dathomir. It's going to, you know, talk about the Night Sisters, explore that. You know, I find that pretty interesting. You know, I tried finding information about that, but I couldn't. I tried. And I don't know what happened, but I remember looking at it, you know, a couple months ago, but I don't have it anymore. I don't know where it went. I don't know if they were deleted, but that was something that was in this show. That's going to be in the show. This is going to be Dathomir. There's going to be Night Sisters in it, exploring that concept even more, because the Ahsoka series had Night Sisters in it. You know, and last we saw Thrawn and the Night Sisters, they're going to Dathomir. So I wonder, is this all planned, you know, to continue the story, which is pretty cool. But right now we don't know until we get a trailer or more information. Because I tried looking for information, like I said, but I just could not find it. But I'm predicting that Thrawn will most likely have a cameo in Skeleton Crew, because it's going to be taking place, a part of the show will take place on Dathomir. It will explore the Night Sister lore even more than it already is. So Thrawn could make a cameo or a name drop in Skeleton Crew. So after that will be The Mandalorian Season 4. I do think the main story, because I am kind of thinking of what the story could be for Season 4. And I do think that a part of the show will deal with the duo, Mando and Grogu. Maybe Grogu will talk, not full sentences, but like words, because it was stated in Season 3 that Grogu couldn't take the creed because he couldn't speak. So he couldn't actually say the words himself. You know, someone else can't just say the words for him. But what if Grogu starts speaking in one words? I mean, it would be weird, but that'll push the story forward. Maybe Mando will take Grogu to Mandalore, he'll take the creed, and a helmet will be placed on his head. And maybe that will cause Mando to kind of feel what Grogu has been feeling all this time, not being able to see his face. They are father and son. So for the father to see his child's face, that's probably how Grogu has been feeling all this time, not seeing his father's face, and only seeing it like once. You know, and I feel like by the end of the season, Mando and Grogu will leave the Mandalorian way behind, or not be so strict by it, and maybe follow the same rules that Bo-Katan follows, where she can take her helmet off, or every other Mandalorian that we've been seeing prior to this show. You know, they can just take their helmet off. You know, I think that's what's going to happen in Mandalorian Season 4, and because we do know they live on Navarro, so what if they just stay on Navarro? You know, live out a simple life there until the Thrawn movie, where they're brought back into action. And speaking of the Thrawn movie, I am calling it the Thrawn movie, because I do think that Thrawn's going to be the main antagonist. He is the Thanos of this televised universe. So I do think that's going to be the case, and I do think that, you know, like I said, Mando and Grogu are going to be on Navarro, but they're going to get pulled into action. This movie itself has, I would imagine, so many different parts. This will be the Infinity War of Star Wars, where all of the plot points from Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, the Ahsoka series, and Skeleton Crew, for right now, we don't know if more shows are going to be introduced to this, but those 4 shows will be part of this movie. All the characters will be in that movie. How the film's going to start, how it's going to end, I don't know. But what I can figure out is that there's gonna be a lot of moving parts. Kind of similar to how Infinity War works. If you know how, I'm guessing you've seen Infinity War. How all the different there's like 5 different plot lines in that film, and they all work beautifully with one another. You have certain heroes being other heroes, some of them split off. The main villain has his own storyline where he, talks to heroes along, in the film. That's what's gonna happen. And I think it's gonna be crazy. But I'm gonna end it there. Right now, I can't really say a lot because I don't know what it's gonna entail for the future, because all of this stuff has yet to be released yet or even announced. I'm just speculating what could be in my hopes, especially for the Thrawn movie, because, if it goes well, because I should say, the Thrawn movie is only one thing. It's the end of the Mandalorian verse. There's not gonna be a trilogy. They said that's gonna end, but you could argue, is this the ending of the Mandalorian verse and the beginning of a new thing? Well, we have to wait to see. But if you guys enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe, and go now, so, goodbye everyone.